Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to part 85 of Let's Play Chrono Trigger. This is actually post-recording because somehow or another I lost my original audio when I was doing this. I could have either just completely messed up and done something completely retarded, or I just lost it because Audacity was being a little prick. Either or, you know, this sort of thing happens. So, post-recording for me, we're still wandering around the factory with Robo Marley Magus, and actually I'm doing this post-recording so far back I don't even quite remember what's going on here. So this is going to be kind of fun. I'm going to talk about this opportunity about the rest of the LP. I am going to show off as many of the endings as humanly possible. There are a lot of endings. There are a lot of variations to the two main endings, quote-unquote the good and the bad ending, based off of if you brought Chrono back to life, if you used the Epic, and if you had Magus. I'm not going to be showing off all of the variations. I'm only going to be showing off one. I show off each ending once. Oh god, now I remember what I'm doing here. Okay, so we've changed the direction of the conveyor belt, and I'm kind of retarded because I thought there's a switch somewhere around here that you can use to lower the section. Just run down the conveyor belt, because you've got a charge robo up in the charge station to use him to open the door. And I forgot that the reason why you turn the conveyor belt is so that you can actually use it to run, because you've got to run a ridiculously long distance, so it's going to take a few minutes for that. Now that I know what's going on, I'm still going to ignore talking about it because I hate the section. I really do. I really don't like 2300 AD as a whole. So yeah, back to the endings. I've actually recorded the first ending already, so I just need to compile that, and that'll be ready by the time this one actually uploads to YouTube. So yay. And then I'll be doing all the other endings as much as humanly possible. It may take a little while for it, and this may be a project that gets interrupted by the start of another project. So, we'll see. I don't even know what my next project is going to be, as far as my next single project. With that being said, probably by the time that this uploads as well, I will have worked on several projects with everyone's favorite Culex. Yes, Culex is coming down for several days to hang out, mainly because he's coming down for my wedding, but my wedding being the huge production that it's going to be, I'm not going to get to actually hang out with anyone during my wedding. We are going to be focused solely on the wedding itself. So, I made arrangements with him to come down and hang out before the wedding so that I can actually get a chance to say, hey, how's it going? And, you know, hang out as friends, rather than the pomp and circumstance that the wedding is going to entail. So, we've decided, since we are going to have between 3 and 4 days, we've got a couple of projects lined up that we want to do. We've got 2 confirmed. I'm working on trying to figure out what the third one is going to be. I want to try to get 3 projects done. One of them is going to take maybe an hour to do, so that's not all that difficult. The other one is going to take considerably longer, but it'll be fun. And then the third one I'm still kind of up in the air about. I may, depending on how long it takes for this one to upload, I may put a request for what you guys want to see the 2 of us do. You guys have seen my collection videos at this point. If not, feel free to browse the collection videos, and if there's a 2-player game that you guys see anywhere in my collection, I guess just post it, and if we get a chance to do it, if this one loads before he comes down, we'll get a chance to do it. If not, I've got a couple of ideas lined up. This one probably won't upload before he comes down, so I don't think I'll actually be able to do that. So, we'll see. Who knows? If it's possible, we'll throw it out there. If not, then oh well. So, and then after those, I don't know what my next project is going to be. It's it's kind of up in the air. I've got 2 really huge projects that I want to start on, but there's going to be very little time to do them between the wedding and then the holidays, and then first of the year I'm going back to school. So I don't know what I'm going to be doing with that. So I don't want to start on a huge project, but I really want to start on one of these 2 huge projects. They're 2 of my favorite gaming franchises. And I'll just go ahead and talk about those, because again, I've got nothing else to really talk about in this video. This is kind of just pointless. This is just me backtracking, getting lost in the factory, and then what stuff actually does take place is kind of pointless too. So anyway, the 2 franchises that I really want to do is the Kingdom Hearts franchise. I've got Kingdom Hearts 1, Rechain of Memories, and 2 for the PS2 that I would do as one solid piece, and we just picked up Birth by Sleep for the PSP. And I would probably start with Birth by Sleep, and then 1, and then Rechain of Memories, and then 2, just to do everything in chronological order. I don't, however, have a capture card, or capture AV out card for my PSP. They do have cords for that, I just need to pick one up. I actually need to pick up a new PSP, honestly. I'm borrowing a friend of mine's, because mine went defunct. That is a LP that my fiance wants to do with me, because that is her favorite gaming franchise ever. She loves it. The background on her computer is a Kingdom Hearts wallpaper. In fact, several songs we're using in the wedding come from the Kingdom Hearts soundtrack. So yeah, it's amazing. And that's what I got her into gaming with. If you watch the collection videos, I talk a lot about it. She's a huge Kingdom Hearts fan, and she would be assisting me with that LP. So you guys would have fun with that. The other franchise would be doing, I wouldn't be doing the full franchise because I hate a couple of the games in the franchise that I have access to LP, would be the Shining series. And those 4 I would be doing. I wouldn't be doing Shining Force 1. I dislike Shining Force 1 because all it is battles. There's no walking around. But that's just because it's an older game. I also wouldn't be doing Shining in the Darkness because that is just a horrible dungeon crawler. It's a good game, but it's so hard to start off with. I wouldn't want to deal with the frustration. I would be doing Shining Force 2 for the Genesis, which I've got on my Sonic's Genesis collection. For the Xbox, I'd be doing that. And then I'd be picking up on the Saturn, in which I'd be doing Shining Wisdom, which links to Shining Force 2 with a couple of the characters. And then I would be doing Shining the Holy Ark. And then I would be doing Shining Force 3, which has a huge link to Shining Force 2. Or not Shining Force 2, Shining the Holy Ark. So, those 4 games have 2 direct links between them. There's really not much linking Shining the Holy Ark to Shining Force 2 or Shining Wisdom, other than it's the Shining series continuity. And there's actually a big website that talks about all of the links between them. But those would be the ones I would do. The Shining series is one of my favorite games. Shining Force 2 is one of my favorite role-playing games of all time. It ranks right up there with Chrono Trigger here. But again, I don't know what I would be starting these huge projects, because with Kingdom Hearts I would need the fiancé to help out, which would be completely dependent on her work schedule. And then again, the time between wedding and holidays and school, whether or not we'd actually be able to knock out that big of a franchise. And then the Shining series again is also huge, so I don't know. I may start with a smaller game. There's a couple other role-playing games that I kind of want to do that are a little bit smaller, and maybe a couple of platformers. I've thought about doing the rest of the X games, the Mega Man X series. May even re-record Mega Man X4 because it's just in such bad shape. So that's another thought. That would be a much faster to do series. So yeah. Other than that, I really don't have too much else, and as you can see, I'm getting frustrated walking around this place, getting lost. Like, I could not for the life of me remember what the hell I was doing. So, Sorry for the wandering around aimlessly, but I hope you've enjoyed the rant at least, or the discussion of what I may be doing for future projects. So, yeah, with that, I'm going to go ahead and end this video, and I will see you all in our next installment, in which I actually get something accomplished. Till then, later everyone.